What if I told you there are books so powerful, so dangerous, they were banned, buried, or lost for centuries? Books that shook civilizations, sparked revolutions, and rewired the way we think about reality itself. And yet they changed the course of human history. Welcome to where we unearth the hidden stories of human imagination. Today, you're entering a secret vault of forbidden knowledge. 5 lost or suppressed books that transformed the world in silence and are still unknown to most readers. Stay till the end, and I'll show you the rarest book you've never heard of, that was banned in 45 countries, and predicted the internet in 1930. Our first stop takes us to the year 1909. Picture this: a young Mahatma Gandhi on a ship, sailing from London to South Africa. He's just discovered a radical new weapon in the fight for freedom, Satyagraha, the force of truth. And on that voyage, he writes a book, not a biography, not a manifesto, a dialogue titled. In it, Gandhi lays out his vision for a peaceful rebellion against the British Empire. But it's more than that. He challenges not just colonial rule, but the very foundation of Western civilization itself. Gandhi, with piercing insight, calls modern civilization a disease. He questions our obsession with machines, our relentless pursuit of material wealth, our disconnect from nature. He dares to imagine a world where progress is measured not by GDP, but by happiness, by spiritual growth, by the well-being of all beings. The British, understandably, freaked out. They banned the book immediately upon its arrival in India. They knew the power of Gandhi's ideas, how they could ignite a movement, how they could topple empires. But here's the thing about ideas, especially powerful ones. You can try to suppress them, censor them, even burn them. But they have a way of surviving, of finding their way into the hearts and minds of those ready to listen. Though censored for years, became the blueprint for non-violent resistance movements worldwide. From the American Civil Rights Movement to the fall of the Berlin Wall, Gandhi's words echoed through history, proving that true power lies not in violence but in truth, in courage, in the unwavering belief in a better world. Now let's travel back to 17th century England, a time when science was still in its infancy and women were largely relegated to the sidelines of intellectual life. But Margaret Cavendish, the Duchess of Newcastle, was no ordinary woman. In 1666, while Isaac Newton was still pondering gravity, Cavendish penned a fantastical, genre-bending masterpiece that would be dismissed as utterly mad in her time. Imagine a world where humans share the planet with talking animals, fishmen, and bear men. A world where a young woman travels through a portal in the North Pole to become the empress of a dazzling, technologically advanced civilization. Cavendish's imagination knew no bounds. She envisioned submarines, spaceships, and a society where science and reason reigned supreme. Her empress, a powerful and intelligent woman, ruled with wisdom and compassion, challenging the patriarchal norms of her era, was mocked, ridiculed, and quickly forgotten. It was too radical, too feminist, too far ahead of its time. Even the Royal Society, where Cavendish, in a landmark event, was the only woman allowed to attend a meeting, couldn't quite grasp the brilliance of her vision. But here's the thing about visionaries. They see the world not as it is, but as it could be. And though Cavendish's work was largely ignored in her lifetime, it stands today as a testament to the power of imagination, to the boundless possibilities of literature, and to the often unsung contributions of women to the world of ideas. Margaret Cavendish, the outcast Duchess, reminds us that genius can blossom in the most unexpected of places, and sometimes it takes a little time for the rest of the world to catch up. Chapter 3. Fast forward now to the year 1930. The Great Depression grips the world, but amidst the economic turmoil, a young scientist named J.D. Bernal dares to dream of a radically different future. His book? A book so provocative, so unsettling in its predictions that it was promptly banned or classified in several countries. Bernal, a crystallographer by profession, possessed a mind that could pierce the veil of the present and glimpse the contours of the future. In his book, he lays out a startlingly prescient vision of a world transformed by technology. Imagine artificial intelligence so advanced that it surpasses human intellect. Imagine vast social networks connecting every corner of the globe. Imagine synthetic life forms blurring the lines between the organic and the artificial. And here's the kicker. Bernal envisioned all of this in 1930, decades before the invention of the transistor, the personal computer, the internet. He even predicted the possibility of human consciousness being uploaded into machines, achieving a kind of digital immortality. His most chilling prophecy? The brain, freed from the body, will become immortal in machines. A concept that sends shivers down our spines even today, as we stand on the cusp of unprecedented technological advancements, was dismissed by many as the ravings of a mad scientist. But today, as we grapple with the implications of artificial intelligence, gene editing, and a world increasingly intertwined with the digital realm, Bernal's once outlandish predictions seem less like science fiction and more like a blueprint for the future that we are now building. This book, once hidden in plain sight, serves as a stark reminder of the power of ideas to shape our destiny. It challenges us to confront the ethical dilemmas posed by our own ingenuity to ensure that the future we create is one we can all embrace. Chapter 4. Our journey now takes us back to 15th century Florence, a time of immense intellectual and artistic ferment. The Renaissance is in full swing, but beneath the surface of this cultural awakening, a secret text circulates among scholars and artists, a text whispered about in hushed tones, a text that would reawaken the human spirit. This text, my friends, is imagine a collection of ancient Egyptian wisdom, believed to be penned by Hermes Trismegistus, a mythical figure who embodied the fusion of Greek and Egyptian gods. Now imagine this wisdom, lost for centuries, resurfacing in the hands of a Florentine scholar named Marsilio Ficino. Ficino, commissioned by Cosimo de' Medici, embarked on a quest to translate these ancient texts, convinced that they held the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe and the hidden potential of humanity. With its blend of philosophy, mysticism, and cosmology, sent shockwaves through Renaissance thought. It challenged the dogma of the Church, proclaiming that humans, through knowledge and self-discovery, could become divine. It inspired artists like Leonardo da Vinci, who saw in its pages a reflection of his own insatiable curiosity and desire to unravel the mysteries of nature. The Church, threatened by the Hermetic teachings, attempted to suppress the text, but the ideas had already taken root. Once hidden in obscurity, became a cornerstone of Renaissance humanism, fueling the fires of intellectual exploration and artistic expression that would define this remarkable period in human history. The impact of this single book reminds us that knowledge, once unleashed, has a life of its own. It spreads like wildfire, igniting minds, challenging assumptions, and ultimately shaping the course of civilization. Chapter 5. Our final destination takes us on a journey through the labyrinthine corridors of language itself. A journey into the heart of a book so dense, so enigmatic, so utterly unique, that it has been hailed as both a literary masterpiece and an act of madness. This, my friends, is James Joyce's. Imagine a book 17 years in the making. A book where every sentence is a puzzle box, where words melt and morph, where meaning shimmers just beyond the grasp of comprehension. Is not a book to be read, but rather to be experienced. It's a dream language symphony, a linguistic tapestry woven from the threads of myth, history, and the collective unconscious. The story, if you can call it that, unfolds in a cyclical fashion, beginning mid-sentence and ending with the start of the same sentence, reflecting the cyclical nature of time, history, and perhaps consciousness itself. It's no wonder that was nearly banned for obscenity and insanity upon its publication in 1939. Critics were baffled, readers were perplexed, and yet, something about this impenetrable text resonated deeply with a select few. Today, is studied not just by literary scholars but by physicists, mathematicians, and computer scientists, all drawn to its complex structure and seemingly infinite layers of meaning. It's a book that defies categorization, a testament to the boundless potential of language and the human imagination. And though it remains one of the most unread bestsellers of all time, its influence continues to ripple through the worlds of art, literature, and even science. The book that dared to dream in a language of its own reminds us that the greatest journeys of discovery often lead us to the uncharted territories of the mind. Outro: these 5 books were banned, buried, or burned, but survived. Their ideas, too potent to be contained, found their way through the cracks of history, influencing revolutionaries, artists, scientists, and dreamers. Why? Because knowledge always finds its way back when the world is ready, when we're open to questioning, to imagining, to pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Right now, there are still hundreds of such books, hidden in libraries, untranslated, waiting to be rediscovered. And you might be the one to find them. This channel is your map. Every video, a new page turned. Hit subscribe, drop A in the comments if you made it to the end, and tell us, which of these books would you read first, or do you have a hidden gem we should